Today, we're going to be talking about short form video, the anatomy of a compelling short form video or a great short form video. And listen, as the video lady, there's different types of videos for different stages of what you're trying to accomplish in your business. But short form video, if you are the face of your business or you're trying to get exposure for your business, I love short form video. Why? It's short, it's fairly easy to create, and it's really easy to consume, and it's what consumers want, it's what your audience wants. And so today I kind of want to talk about the anatomy of it, because what we want are videos that captivate, engage, they leave a lasting impression on their audience. And I think a lot of people think of short form videos and they think of folks dancing, pointing, lip syncing. I'm not your lady if that's what you want to learn how to do. There's no learning to it. You just point and then hire an editor to figure out where to pop everything else in. What I don't love about those videos are they're very 2D. There's no interaction. There's no humanness. There's nothing that makes you feel connected to that person. Unless it's something you're really interested in, or it's like there's a huge influencer and they just release these all the time. I feel like those are a waste of time because people aren't really getting a feel for you. What do I mean by short form video? Short form video is 90 seconds, maybe even 60 seconds or less. These are short, but I want you to really think about the first thing when we're talking about the anatomy of it would be clarity. And clarity means like, what are you talking about? Obviously, but clarity in your audience. Who are you talking to? So when you start with short form video, again, when you think about, I personally think that creating a short video is much harder than creating a longer video. I'm known for my very inappropriate, when people ask me how long a video should be, I always tell them my wildly inappropriate metaphor about mini skirts, and that is it should be as long. I'm not going to go there. You know what? We're not going to go there today. Later on, you can ask me my mini skirt analogy. But the point here is we're not talking about any kind of video. We're talking about short video, so 60 seconds or less, and that is harder to do. So you need to be uber clear about your audience. Who are you talking about? And then the thing that you are talking about. And don't worry, I'm going to actually have examples of people that we've created short form videos for and break this down. Like, what were they being clear about? Their audience, like that type of thing, right? And so get clear. Who are you talking to in that video? And that's kind of that almost pre-video thing, right? Like that's not even really when we're talking about what you're going to talk about. That's where we jump in with compelling. And your compelling is really like the hook. What is it about this video that is different, or why people should listen to it? Because when you think about going back to the first one, clarity in your audience, what is in it for them? Why should they even stop their scroll and watch this? And this is the compelling part of the video. So the short form video needs to be very compelling, because again, it feels like there's a lot of competition out there and there's a lot of short form videos, but a lot of them really are the pointing, dancing, lip syncing kind. So when you show up and it's you on screen and you're talking about something that matters to your audience because you're clear and you know the audience, that was number one, right? Number one, be clear. Number two, compelling. So what could you be talking about that is compelling to your audience, right? And so then that gets into number three is really like the anatomy of good short form videos. It's got to be mobile friendly, my friends. I see some weird sizes out there, people trying to take their horizontal videos and put them into a format that is clearly designed only for short form video, which to me is a portrait mode 9:16 vertical video. Do it on your phone. That is what we're talking about with short form video, because where most videos, especially short form videos, are being watched are on people's phones, which, this is a little side thing, is that's why so many of them have those captions, because 90% of people watching videos on their phone have the sound off. So this is why we see in short form video a lot of very caption heavy things. And I love it. I love it because I don't ever watch with my sound on, right? And so I want to know what they're saying and they're talking about. And so if there's fun captions and it's meaningful, but again, we want it to be mobile friendly. We want it to be scroll stopping. So this, again, this comes down to the editing. And so this is where really it stops people up because when we're talking about making something compelling, the topic is compelling. This is short. We want to make sure that you're not just sitting there the whole time and the framing doesn't change or anything. And so when we create pro shorts, which is the short video forms for our clients, we record them on their phone because we know it's going to be mobile friendly. We obviously use captions because that is absolutely necessary in today's day and age. But we also do beyond that is we are pulling them in and pushing them back and changing. And if you think about 60 seconds of that, it's not frenetic, but it's just meant to keep your scroll. So again, you want to make this something scroll stopping. So your video of you with captions, with a compelling title, compelling topic is going to stop a scroll versus, oh, another. Is that interesting? That's not interesting to me. I don't even care what the captions say. It is absolutely completely, I feel no interaction whatsoever with the person on the other end of that. And so make sure that, like, again, you keep it scroll stopping by interesting editing. And that's, again, we do this for our clients. And this is what really stops people up because you need short form video. It's conversation starters. This is keeping you top of mind, right? We want to make sure that you're staying top of mind, and these short videos are how you get there. Plus, you're creating a library with these short videos that you can use on your website, or if you're, posting them on Facebook, then Facebook has all these videos and people can scroll through and watch. Instagram. I watched a guy's yesterday, totally not even in my field, but I found him fascinating. I just kept going from one to the next. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm totally doing what I tell people they do. And I watched video after video of this guy because I found him very compelling. Right. Scroll stopping too is your hook, right? Like, again, when we talk about compelling, what do you want people to know about it? This is the hook. This is the first thing out of your mouth. And scroll stopping, please don't start your videos with who you are. I think if you go back and you look at most of my videos, I don't say, hey, this is Tracy Phillips, a video pro, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, hey, today we're talking about the anatomy of, because they need to know immediately in the first couple seconds whether they're going to stay or not. Right. So that's what we're talking about. Scroll stopping, stop that scroll. And of course, you would say the same thing in the description so that they know to stop. And then this last part of our anatomy. So again, just to recap, in case you're coming in late, we've got clarity. Be clear about your audience, who you're talking about, and that one topic. So again, a short form video, you have a very tiny amount of time. What I'm doing today live, not short form at all. How I would create a short form video from this is very, very different. But the first part is clarity about your audience and clarity about that one thing that you're going to talk about that matters to your audience. That part's really important. The second part is compelling, right? We want to make sure that it is a compelling topic that matters. Your audience is watching and they're like, what's in it for me? You tuned in today because you're like, oh, I want to know how to make a good short form video. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right? I'm right, right? Next thing, mobile friendly. Make these on your phone. The short form videos should be created on your phone, sent to an editor. You edited themselves, but they need to be mobile friendly. And mobile friendly means with captions, compelling captions too. I follow someone on Instagram and I desperately want to reach out to her because I love her, but the captions are so small and I'm on my phone. So now we're this big and I find myself like I'm not near my spectacles and I can't read them. So we want to make sure those captions are big enough. And that's part of what will bring people into scroll stopping, right? Not just the topic scroll stopping, but you on camera scroll stopping. And then we use editing techniques, bringing you forward, pushing you back. And this is done very skillfully, like depending on what you're saying, right? That also helps when you're editing these to really edit it down. A lot of people tell me they'll take portions of their YouTube video and turn it into a short video. And I'm like, you're taking something that you're cutting down and it doesn't have a distinct beginning and end. And now that we're there, thanks for doing that. What a great transition. What about the end? What about a call to action? I don't necessarily think that short form videos need a call to action. If it feels absolutely natural, again, when we're working with our clients, I filmed one last week. The woman had two different courses and she was kind of talking about things. It was just a natural way to say, like, if you're interested in either of these, go ahead and check them out, right? Like, or my website is. It's okay, but remember, you have a very short amount of time. These are meant to get your face out there. These are meant to be top of mind. And so if you don't have a call to action, I think that is okay on a short form video, because if they're interested, they will continue wherever they are, whatever platform, to your profile to see what to do next. And of course, you will have that set up. So it's very easy for them to click the link, buy the thing, set the appointment, whatever you want them to do next, get the freebie. I don't necessarily think you have to say it. I love, as an engaging way, to come up with a really insightful question at the end of videos, so people can comment, and that comment is an interaction in itself, and then it gives you an opportunity to actually interact with your audience. I want to give you I have two short examples, so two of our clients in two very, very, very different fields, to give you an idea of like what does that anatomy look like. I mean, I'm not going to go into mobile friendly scroll stopping CTA, but like, what does that hook or clarity or audience have to do, and how did we decide like what topic and how to put that out there? And the first one is Martina Wing, and she is a manta ray advocate. She also runs a tour out of Hawaii, so she lives in Hawaii, but she's part of Hawaii's, it's called Hawaii Ocean Watch. So who's her audience? It's small. Well, it's not small as in number of people, but it's very clear. Her audience are people planning a trip to Hawaii, right? And maybe they're planning to do a manta ray tour, which is a thing, and they light up the ocean at night, and you get to swim with the manta rays. I know, it's so cool. But where Hawaii Ocean Watch comes in is not all tours are created equal. And so they have created a group for the integrity of these tours, because there's many, many people doing it, and they're doing it in a way that is not good for the environment, not good for the manta rays, and not good for the tourists. And so Martina comes in and she talks about different things. And what I loved about doing Pro Shorts with her is, she talked about something called a campfire. And so our hook, right? We know the audience. Well, what could hook them? We said, like, did you know that there could be a campfire underwater? And of course, that immediately, like, what the hell is she talking about? What, like, what? Right? Like, so that's the hook. And then she goes to explain what campfire in the manta ray world means and how they set it up. And then when we're talking about the important information, so people who are thinking of booking a tour suddenly know now, like, oh, I should ask this question. And Martina says, like, so when you are looking to book your tour, ask your tour operator, do they use the campfire method? So now she's taught people who had no idea that this was even a thing, that they should be looking for that, because those people care about the manta rays, the environment, and the tourists. Like, this whole thing it's a fascinating video. So if you want to see samples of this, just let me know. It's in our Pro Short samples. But again, I was learning as I'm on there with her. So of course, people who are watching this are thinking, oh, I need to be a mindful tourist. I'm going to ask these questions, right? That's a perfect example of a very short video that was really, really interesting. Another example, another client of mine is Susie Tomanchuk, and she is an expert negotiator. And she does something called the negotiator's mindset, and she teaches negotiation without manipulation. Fascinating. Oh, I just saw I had a comment. Hello, comment people. Ashley, stop by to see your pretty face. Thanks, Ashley. Ashley Frederick has gotten Pro Shorts and is on her booking her number 2 Pro Shorts with us. These are short form videos. She is a real estate pro. I'll get back to Susie, but again, somebody who is using it to say, like, hey, I'm here, I have this information. So she's not going on short form videos like showing houses or trying to find buyers. She's going on there as an expert saying, here's what makes me a better real estate pro, or if she's looking to hire because she has a brokerage, right? Like, so again, that's where she very deeply knows her audience and what makes a good short form video. Yeah, so back to Susie Tomanchuk, who does Negotiator's Mindset. We did one, and I was fascinated. Again, all of us, if you have a business, you're negotiating in some way. If you have a family, you're negotiating in some way with every conversation. If you're having a conversation that matters to you, you're negotiating in a way. And so she talked about the power of silence. And that was fascinating, right? And so that's her hook. And her audience are mid-career professionals. So it might be interesting to somebody like me, but she really works in the corporate world. And so someone who is on LinkedIn watching this saying, yeah, what? The power of silence. No, no, no. Like, I'm supposed to talk about what I need and what my goals are. And she's telling you this other thing that only really good negotiators do, a tactic that negotiators do. You're learning about the power of silence. So it's fascinating, right? So again, that's her hook. She knows her audience. Something else we do when we go back to, we're talking about compelling and mobile friendly is generally when I'm teaching videos, I very rarely will say like you need B-roll. B-roll simply means like additional footage that helps tell the story because I think like on a live, you don't need a lot of B-roll or any or supplemental footage. I'm teaching, I'm talking, it's enough, right? And sometimes I feel people use stock footage or something and it detracts from it. Short form video helps that video keep moving. So when we're talking about, we'll have little emojis pop up. We find really good B-roll. Martina is a great example of this, where we're like talking about the campfire underwater. You get to see what the heck is she talking about. So we have B-roll supporting that footage. And again, this just keeps your short form video so much more compelling. It's not necessary in all of your short form videos, but again, this is just a way that you're keeping people interested. I really should leave this over. Hi, Kristen. Hola, ¿cómo estás? And so when we're talking about the short form video, again, I really would love people to get away from, unless, like, again, if you are pointing, lip syncing, and dancing, and it is getting you the gazillions of clients that you need, then keep doing that. If that is what's working for you, do it. If you're doing it and you're posting all the time and you're barely getting any kind of engagement from it, now people can lurk and then take action, then this is for you, right? This is just what I consider a better way of doing short form video. And so again, this was how Pro Shorts was born. It was literally clients saying like, but I don't understand why you can't hop on for me. Many of you who have been in my world, I love, hi, Suzanne. Like I you've been in my world for a while, and what do I always say? You simply have to get good at camera. Like you have to embrace the suck. My Pro Shorts was an answer to like, you know what, you can skip the suck and just get on camera with me and I will help you look and sound great. And I will come up with the topics and I will do everything and we'll do the editing and we will drip that to you. And so it's really, that's how Pro Shorts was born, simply from the need for my clients who were like, but wouldn't it be great if you did it for us? And so this is my nod. Yes, I will do it for you, right? And again, it's 10 videos. The magic of getting videos done, and this is something I know, right, is you have to batch them. You have to like getting them all done at once. People often don't find the motivation to do 10 videos. So it's pretty motivating when you pay me and then we hop on for an hour and then you get to go on with your life. And then you get one video dripped every single week. And what we've added in 2024 also is, when we talk about the compelling and scroll stopping, is we also provide, when we will deliver your video, and then we'll also deliver with that video some post ideas, keywords, right? Like, so just, is it perfect? No, but it's a jumping off point. So you know what to write and then post that video. So for 10 weeks, you have videos and you're top of mind. And again, they're things that matter. It's not simply you just putting out content for the sake of putting out content. Again, there, I've been in the online marketing world for what, like 9 or 10 years now. And it used to be content is king, content is king. And I think that's BS, because if content were king, then the person who put out the most would win. And that's not how it works. I like to say context is queen. And context means doing all of these things I was talking about today, right? Being clear and understanding your audience, having compelling video content, not just video content for the sake of checking that box, making sure you understand where people are watching this and how they're taking in this information. And then, of course, you want it to be scroll stopping. So again, let me go back. I keep seeing the comments come in. You have to embrace the suck. Yeah, I mean, like, again, when you do, like, when you're doing videos on your own, or when I talked about live video, you have to embrace the suck, because you're like, That is, you're not going to take a pill and get good at it. You just have to get better at it. Again, Pro Shorts is my way of saying you don't even have to do that anymore. Just hop on with me. I'm going to make you look and sound great, and we'll take all of the video onus off of you and deliver for you. So it was so great of everybody who stopped it by today. I just love, I call these little lunch and learns. I committed to my own business coach. Many of you know me that I, used to teach live video. Live video works, my friend. And again, when we talk about video strategy, short form video is one part of your strategy. It's not the only part of your strategy. And so short form videos really are what I call tofu, or top of the funnel, right? And then you have to have other types of video, your live videos that bring people to the other places. And so using short form video as one part of your strategy, and then live video and all of those types of things, this is how you are going to gain traction. And I call it the Gregory effect, but the person holding the mic is the expert. The more videos you have in your authority library, I like to call it your video library, your authority library, is when someone shows up and they do check you out, and they will check you out, and they see just this library of videos that they can keep doing. Again, for those of you who came in late, following the guy on Instagram, totally not even in my field whatsoever. And I must have watched 20 of his videos before I realized, like, oh, time suck. That's not why I was over here. I was supposed to be commenting on something, right? And so that is the perfect example of somebody making compelling short form videos that kept my attention. So, hey, James, thanks so much for the video. Have a great day from the UK. Right back at you, James. Well, and again, if you came in late and you want to watch the replay, it'll obviously be up there. I'm here if you have any questions about short form video or Pro Shorts. Many of you have asked lots of questions about those, or you just want to see examples of what we're doing for our clients. By all means, just reach out to me and I'd be happy to chat with you about it. Okay, have a great weekend, everybody, and I'll see you next time.